Caroline says we're live. There we go. Hiya.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, everybody. Good afternoon, Caroline. How are you?
I'm very well, Carla, and how are you?
Awful, Caroline, but thank you for asking. It's always nice to be asked. We've got, in the chat, we've got Dawn Evans. Hi, Dawn. We've got Elaine D. Hi, Elaine. And Sally Kelly's just logged in. Hi, and Missy Moo. I don't recognise these names. Should I know these people? I feel terrible.
I know Dawn.
They're members of your fan club who've come along to find out who's this lunatic woman you're talking to.
Yeah, my fan club.
Caroline's posse in the house. Hi, Maria. Hi, Nick or Andrea Hills.
That's Nick.
How do you know?
Nick signs in on that one. Andrea's normally just Andrea Hills. Am I right?
Oh, so Nick attempts to hide behind an alter ego, an ulterior persona, and Andrea's just honest and upfront and straight out there. Yeah.
Yeah, Nick,
that sounds about right.
His bets, I think.
Dawn says, "Hi, Carla. I've gone all funny. What kind of funny, Dawn?
What, funnier than normal?
Yeah, apparently so.
Oh dear, that's not good.
Hi, Chrissy. Hi, Karen Fisher. Dawn, what kind of funny have I gone, love? I mean, the face department, because that's just my face. I'm sorry about that. It's just the one they gave me. No comment on what kind of funny I am. So, how's your week been, Caroline?
It was only Monday. It didn't start well. I got up this morning, had to pack about, had an amazing weekend of eBay. I had about 50 parcels to pack. I did do some last night, but, oh, hang on, I'm on the wrong window now. Yeah, I got up, packed my parcels, went to have a shower so I could go to the parcel shop. We had no water. For no idea why, there was no water at all. So I went to the parcel shop in my pyjama bottoms and a jumper. Having a shower, but they didn't care.
How very, very council estate of you.
Yeah, indeed, it was.
I should say at this point that I live on a council estate. Welcome, L33 Mrs. And this is a brilliant name. Alian Tin Can Copper Kettle Brass Pan Fernley. Try saying that when you're wrong.
I'm glad we
Alian Tin Can Copper Kettle Brass Pan Fernley. That's brilliant. Were you christened that? Or have you changed your name to that as you've become an adult? That's fantastic.
What, you christened that? I somehow thought.
And Elaine says my lips and words are out of sync.
Well, that's normal, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's fairly standard. I think my lips and words are always out of sync, even when I'm not on YouTube, just as a general thing through life. So apparently nobody's doing any work. Karen says we're a nice distraction from listing. Yes, I think we're being a nice distraction to ourselves from listing as well.
Yeah, I've done photographs today, and I've done 3 listings, but they were things I photographed on Saturday, but I haven't actually got round to listing anything yet today. But I have done some other stuff.
I did some drafts one day last week. I don't even know what day it was. That's how behind I am. That I did some drafts. They're sitting in my box of things waiting to be photographed, and they've sat there. They've now got dust on them. They've been sat there so long they've got dusty. I've had not a second to myself. How
big is your pile? Is it as tall as you?
My pile here. I don't know if you can see that. Can you? That's the top of my pile under that box. But additionally, now there is a secondary pile here, which is yesterday's car boot haul, which I haven't done my my live stream for yet because I haven't had time. And all the stuff I got from Backwell charity shop is in the loft because I put it up there to be tidy.
That was a nice find, wasn't it? Through Carl.
That's fabulous. That was, yeah, Carl Upshaw. That's fabulous. I'm really pleased, but I do need to get it back out of the loft fairly soon, otherwise it won't get listed.
And you actually got to meet Carl, did you? I'm a bit jealous of that. I'd like to meet Carl. I think he's funny.
He's very funny. He's a very good-looking young man. I think there's a Mrs. Carl, sadly, so I didn't launch myself at him in a predatory manner. But
I'm sure he was very
good. Hi, Mrs. Carl.
I don't think he watches YouTube. We're not us on YouTube, so we're all right.
Oh, in that case, let's talk about him. Yes, he's very good-looking. Sally Kelly says, it just says waiting for Carla. Should I press something?
Try refreshing your page.
Yeah, try refreshing the page. If not, if there's a big red button somewhere that says don't press this, always press that. That's my recommendation. Chelsea's in the house. Hi, Chelsea. Lainey Ray. Is that Ray or Ray? I don't know if I'm mispronouncing you. I'm sorry. Now, Lainey's the lady whose blog you sent me, and I still haven't had a chance to follow the link, isn't it?
Yes.
Must pull finger out. I have had not a second to call my own in I don't know how long now.
That was Natalie's 21st.
There was a woman, well, a young woman, throwing up in my toilet at midnight, and I'm assuming from that it was good. It's not how I choose to enjoy my my evenings, but apparently when you're 17, that's what's fun. So it was okay. I didn't. Well, I was about to say that I didn't poison anyone with the barbecue, but having said that, I've just seen one of my friends this morning, and she said she had a terrible tummy all day yesterday, so perhaps I did poison somebody with the barbecue. Lisa Fenn's in the house, and Diary of a Penny Pincher. Hi, guys.
Diary of a Penny Pincher is Claire Thomas.
Oh, well, I'll never remember that, but it's good to know.
And L33 Mrs. is Carrie.
Carrie
Lee.
Carrie Lee. Ah, yeah. See, I do recognise these names. I don't know people from their YouTube names. Don't I wave my hands around a lot? It's like watching some kind of crap magic show.
Yeah. I knew Claire, Diary of a Penny Pincher, from years back from blogging before I even did YouTube. So that's how I know she's Diary of a Penny Pincher.
Did you go sourcing at the weekend?
Yes.
Did you get anything wonderful that you'd like to share with the group?
Not that I can show you at the moment, because half of it's still in the car. and the other half's in
You're worse than me, at least mine's in the house.
Away to me. What?
I said you're worse than me, at least mine's in the house.
What can I show you? I did do a little haul on Instagram on Saturday, but that will have gone now because I did it in stories. And a car boot yesterday was a bit rubbish, to be honest. It was a bit sherry, and I got a few bits and pieces, but nothing amazing. Sorry.
I got something fabulous. I have already shown it in a couple of the groups. But there's never a bad time to get your big rainbow penis out, is there? So here it is again. How about that?
Is that to keep or to sell?
It's to cuddle at night because I'm a lonely single girl. I bought it for 2 reasons. I bought it because it was 50p.
No, I want to know any of them.
It's your birthday present.
Fantastic.
I bet this is a string to hang it from, but it looks so inappropriate, that bit of string. Not that the rest of it is an entirely appropriate thing, but you know. So I bought it because A, it was 50p.
Yeah.
And it's very rare that you find a almost 2-foot rainbow penis for 50p. I find very, very rare in life. And I bought it for the dog. I thought the dog would have fun, and I thought it would be entertaining to watch the dog carrying it around in his mouth.
It's a bit big for poor Buddy, isn't it?
Sorry, no, I've got another dog. I've got Kai as well. Kai doesn't really come and make an appearance because he's not particularly sociable. But Nick loves my fluffy Willy. I'm sure yours is perfectly lovely too. We are descending into anarchy. Oh God!
I've seen Nick's knob.
Have you?
That sounds worse than it is. Nick's got a little drawing called Mr. Knob.
I see.
Of a knob. Not
on his knob.
And we used to have a lot of jokes about where Nick's knob was, and had anybody seen it, and there it was, and all that sort of thing. So yeah, just
Carla just have to stop stroking it. So I'm going to So yeah, I bought it because if you see a 50p Willy, you so should. And because I thought it would be funny to watch dog count, and then somebody said they might like to buy it, so I haven't given it to the dog yet. Although he does keep it, he comes in and keeps kind of eyeing it longingly. So,
I think you ought to sell it. I reckon you'd get 20 quid for that.
I'm not sure eBay would allow me to list it.
Maybe not.
Adam Kelsey says the detail on that fluffy knob is quite something. Adam, I don't know. This is exactly what they all look like. I've had several partners, several boyfriends, and they all look identical to this, size-wise, colour, the whole thing. This is what they look like. If yours doesn't look like this, maybe you could get some help. Maybe.
Carla, I think perhaps if they really do look like that, they need antibiotics.
Somebody else said that. It looks like it's got all the STIs in the world.
Nick, I did find my knob the other day, but I've lost it again now. Oh dear. Well, I hope you
Bloody
made the most of
inconvenient,
it while you had your hand on it, so to speak.
Now who's lowering the tone, really?
Yeah. So it's not even after 9 o'clock, is it? Anyway, let's talk about our challenge.
Adam Kelsey says the black thread on the end of his is missing. Yes, our challenge, yeah. So, just a quick recap on our challenge. We each chose a £1 item from the car boot sale to list. Elaine, you're disgusting. To list. I've gone. Help, Caroline.
We bought an item for £1 from the car boot sale to 99p on an auction last Sunday starting, and it was who's made the most money. And I'm gutted to say that I lost. Carla won.
You did?
With her mug.
Yes, my mug and I. And I did say that I would serenade you, didn't I, with my winner's song. So, the winner takes it all, the loser has the fall. And that's all I know, luckily, so you won't get any more songs.
Anyway.
You'd think I'd know more words.
So what did your mug go for in the end?
£8.72p. Which is about half of what it would have gone for if I'd put it on Buy It Now, which is why we don't do bloody auctions. And what did your boots go for?
£5 plus postage. So it was quite fun. I had a lot of people watching, but I'm assuming I had over 30 watchers. You had a lot of watchers as well, didn't you?
43 watchers, and I think most of them were people who'd seen it on the channel and decided they'd go and have a look and see what happened.
Yeah, I think so. It was probably a lot of people from that, but I got bids almost straight away. And then, in fact, the person who bought it is a subscriber, a lady who started reselling after watching my videos. So
you should ask her if she's going to sell it on.
She's not. She's bought them for herself.
Because it would be lovely to now go and follow her listing and see her sell them for like 40 quid. That'd be great.
No, she tells me she's bought them for herself. She's going to get them resold. So. Yeah, but
there is.
You see, I think I would have got 15 quid for those if I'd put them on a Buy It Now as well.
Yeah, I'm sure I could have got £15 for my mug. Single mugs were going for £15 to £16. So,
yeah.
So that's why I don't do auctions unless it's something I just can't shift, and I've been trying to shift for a long time. The new collector from Australia is in. I think that says AU Australia, and he says he loves both of our vids, so that's very nice. It might be her. I don't know why I'm assuming people are male.
Could be, yes.
Niall says his felt tips have run out. You're drawing too much on there. That black thread just needs to be a little short one.
Buy It Now rules. Yeah, I have to say, Buy It Now rules with me as well. I think you did auctions as well, didn't you, for years?
Yeah, back in the day, back when God was a lad.
Yeah, everything was auction, and
everything finished on a bloody Sunday night, and then you had Monday was hell on legs to try and pack the stuff that had been paid for, and then you waited half the week for the stuff that people weren't paying for, and
yeah. I just think the way people shop is different now. I think the mentality of people want it now. I mean, it's all Amazon Prime and next day delivery and wanting it now, isn't it? I don't want to click up. Well, personally, I do because I snipe a lot of stuff to resell, but I don't want to go and see a blouse that doesn't finish till next Friday and then have to remember that it's going to finish and put a bid.
No, exactly, yeah.
It's just different, isn't it? I think when eBay was first around, it was all very much auction based, and it was fun, wasn't it? Sort of the thrill of the hunt and the.
It was exciting to see if you wouldn't. You'd get into a kind of a bidding war, wouldn't you, at the last minute and sit there going, "Oh, refresh! Damn it!" Or "Yay!" But nowadays, if I do bid on an auction listing, which I very, very rarely do, I stick my maximum price in and forget about it.
Yeah, that's exactly.
Can't be bothered.
Yeah, I use a sniping tool all the time. Set them all on a Friday or Saturday, and then just let them run for the week. But yeah, I don't like auctions anymore at all. It hasn't converted me to wanting to go back to auctions. Put it like that. No,
nor me. And I think everybody in the chat's saying the same thing. We're nearly all saying, yeah, we all do Buy It Now. There is a school of thought that says you should do everything on a 99p start auction, and it will all find its own price, and you can be a millionaire. Apparently.
Oh, I wouldn't fancy all that packaging for not enough return.
No, every time I have to package something sold for 99p, I'm like,
yeah, very dull.
You're not getting good bubble wrap.
Yeah. I just seen that Niall said in the chat, I use up all my free auctions starting at my buy it now price, then relist buy it now if it doesn't sell. So I assume if you're on middle shop level, you get like 300 auctions or something a month. How many would you say out of that 300, if you use them all up, Niall, if I'm right on the number, how many sell when you just do them on auction start? What sort of percentage are you getting? I'd be quite interested in that.
I think I had it in my head that your free auctions had to start at 99p, but perhaps that's just me being an idiot. I sometimes am, you know.
No, they don't. You can start them at any price, because I've done a few.
Wonder why I thought that.
Yeah. From the old days, because it used to be free 99p auctions, didn't it?
I probably still
in the olden days.
Dawn gets 1,000 free listings.
That's a lot.
Is that a shop level, Dawn, or
might be
or not?
Personal account, I think.
Yeah. Well, they were doing pretty much unlimited free listings on personal accounts for a long time, weren't they?
Mm.
Of course, we don't get any at all now on business accounts.
No.
Well, you do get your included listings. What I mean is you don't get those, you know, the week you used to get a free listing weekend or whatever, didn't you?
Yeah.
Come anymore. Oh, Lisa's got a question for you. She'd like to know if you know anything about Conrad leather stroke suede jackets.
No, I don't. Never heard of it. Sorry.
Nor me. Sorry. That's how much use we are. Thank you for tuning in to the Carla and Caroline Advice channel, and we've been lovely to be of help to you.
Oh, that's Niall's answer. Selling vintage postcards on started at about £1.99, went for £52. That's nice. I would have listed it buy it now at £1.99, so it can be useful. Yeah, I guess it can. That's sort of, I think, for sort of one-off items, possibly, but not sure.
I'm always intrigued by people selling postcards, because I'm like, are any old postcards of use, or should I be looking for, not that I am looking because I've never seen any, so it's not as if I'm missing them, but you know, should I be looking for something, is it a specific subject matter, or do people buy, you know, having a lovely time on holiday at Clacton-on-Sea, Grandma, wish you were here kind of things? Very interested in that.
Yeah.
Answer me, somebody tell me stuff. I need to learn. I need to be educated.
Postcards as well is that Ashley, my husband, met a guy who ran an eBay postcard business, just purely postcards, and it fitted in one little unit behind his desk in his office. And I mean, that's a plus, isn't it?
Yeah, I get all my stock. Oh, well, God. Yeah, all your stock in one shoebox. That's the way to go. Yeah. Niall says smutty filth postcards are the way to go. I don't believe you. I don't think that's what you're selling. Is it unless it's those kind of really old 60s beach style ones where there was always a massive woman like me and a tiny little husband with a little toothbrush moustache, and she was always, you know, asking him to hammer in the windbreak or something while her boobs were flying around and things like that. Maybe that's the kind of thing Niall's on about. Or maybe he's making his own smutty filthy postcards and that's why he's a millionaire.
Could be. Anyway, we're going to do another challenge, aren't we?
We are, and this time you're going to tell them all about it.
That's good, because I can't remember what I suggested it was.
That's why you're doing it, because I can't remember what you suggested either.
You know, I'm going to have to go back through. I did it on Messenger last night, didn't I? Was it last night?
No, possibly. I don't know, because we had a chat on here last night as well.
Oh yeah, we did, didn't we? No, that was this morning.
So organised.
That was this morning.
Oh, I don't know, mate. Maybe you're right then. Don't ask. I don't know stuff.
For our next challenge, I said at 1922 last night. So yeah, I can't retain information for 24 hours. That's quite worrying, isn't it? And nor can you. And you don't even drink alcohol.
No, I've just got a head like a bucket. Everything just falls out. Head like a bucket with a massive hole in it. As fast as I pour stuff in at the top, it just runs out the bottom. Right, so for our next challenge, shall we do what now?
Pick up an item this week.
Yes.
And I said the quickest to sell at least 100% profit, but 100% profit isn't much, is it?
Right, so how much are we spending? Is it still a £1 spend? Or no, because I wouldn't list it at £2.
No, that's why I said 100% profit, because then that gives you flexibility in what you buy. Yeah, does that work or not?
Well, it does, but we're still going to have a maximum spend. Otherwise, you can go out and buy a Range Rover tomorrow
They haven't got many of those in the charity shops in Newton, haven't they? So.
I thought that was where you got yours. Oh, I just realised I lied to you. I lied about my mug. It did not sell for £8.72. It sold for £8.46. I am a terrible, terrible person.
Oh my God, such a liar.
I still kicked your ass.
Yeah, you did. All right, then maximum £10.
Right, maximum £10 spend. It has to be a charity shop item. And it's the first to list it and make at least £20 from it.
No, not the first to list it, the first to sell it.
First to sell it and make at least £20 from it. Or at least double. So if I spend 10, I've got to make 20.
Yeah.
Yeah, double. Okay.
Double before fees.
The new collector says he wishes Ben uploaded more because he was the one who got him into reselling at the start of the year. I think Ben, now he's gone part-time at work, he's leaning more into his reselling, but I think he's focusing more on his actual reselling than on his YouTube about his reselling. So
yes, because before he went part-time, he pretty much gave up YouTube, didn't he, or put it on hold? So I think, yeah.
And then Peter Ray's just replied with exactly the same as I've just said, but he said it before I did, so now it looks like I stole it from him. At least I'm very grateful for our advice about the leather jacket. It's changed our world, that has.
So we're going to find this item this week.
Yes.
And we're going to list it on Sunday night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Find item, tell people what we bought, list on Sunday night.
Yeah.
And are you going to... Are we going, if I buy at 5, am I listing at 10, or can I buy at 5 and list at 50?
You can list at whatever you like.
Okay. Apparently you and I have got some plan cooked up. It says, Caroline, are you still going to send me that £50 to buy your challenge item? I knew you cheated. You're rotten. Rotten to the core, you are.
Yeah, Al's Attic says double is too easy, £1 to £2. Well...
See, I would be very, very distressed if I bought a £1 item and it sold for £2. I'd feel like I'd failed.
It's true.
If I buy a £1 item, I expect it to sell for a tenner.
The thing is, it's a balance between pricing high and selling quick, isn't it? Because if we're trying to sell quick, which is not something we generally particularly do, you're going to have to price lower. You look like you're about to cut your own front off in some horrible way. Such a fiddler, yeah. Edward Scissor, Caroline Scissorhands, that's what I'll call you. I nearly took my whole hand off there. I had a box of stuff arrive and I was ripping it open. It was very well packaged, and yes, that's what the scissors are doing on the table. And yeah, I was a little bit scissor happy anyway. Yeah, I'm going to get you some of those little round-ended ones that they have in play schools. Yeah, plastic ones. So you can be trusted with. Proper scissors. So I don't know, does this work then? It doesn't feel like a proper plan, does it? Does it? It could have some fine tuning, couldn't it? Mm. So people in the chat are saying that double is too easy, and I think they're right. Maybe we should go for 5 times. Yeah, okay. Minimum 5 times. If you pay £2, you need to be able to sell it for at least a tenner. And I don't know why I'm telling you maths. I'm sure you can do maths. Yeah, all right, then we've got maximum, with an educated background. Maximum £5 buy then. Maximum £5 buy, and it needs to be able to produce a £25 return. Before fees? Lainey's just said you should make it slightly harder by adding categories to it. For instance, it has to be footwear or Disney. I'm not doing anything with Disney. I think Lainey might be actually evil. Yeah. I think she might actually be evil and just enjoy torturing people. You do realise that poor Caroline is going to lose this challenge like she lost the last one. Because I am so wonderful and she is so not. Piss off. No, that was rude, Mrs. Matthews. Okay, well, let's do an open-ended one this time, and then we can always use this on an ongoing basis and, you know, go for a pair of shoes one week or whatever, and it's pissing down and my washing's on the line. Oh, the cat's just come in. It's because it's really, really raining here, and he knows it's coming your way. So, £5 maximum spend. £5 maximum spend. List it on Sunday. List it on Sunday, buy it now. First one to sell for a minimum 5 times profit. No, 4 times profit.
4 times profit.
Minimum 4 times profit before shipping and fees.
Yeah, sale, 4 times profit sale price.
Yeah. Don't for penny pincher, just go for 10 times and be done with it. Yeah, because it would be for sale for like a year then, wouldn't it? That wouldn't be fun.
I don't know. See, quite a lot of my £1 items sell for a tenner quite easily.
True.
But I wouldn't count my best. I wouldn't. Oh dear, I can't speak. Hang on a second. Blah, blah. I wouldn't fancy my chances of finding a £5 item that would sell for £50, just like that.
I think Lainey may have a point there. I think as we do more challenges, if we don't get bored of it, we can be more specific, like a pair of trousers or footwear, or not Disney, nothing Disney, and no Lego.
Why are you so against Disney?
I don't like Disney. It's full of happiness and joy, isn't it?
It's really not. It's usually full of evil people killing each other.
No, I've never been a Disney person. It is.
I don't watch cartoons. We had this conversation. We went out for my daughter's birthday on Friday night, and we had a conversation at the dinner table about which Disney films we had never seen. And the answer for me was most of them, because they're cartoons. And people were like, but they're great. And I was like, but they're cartoons. And they were like, but they're great. I was like, I'm not really into cartoons. No, and everybody thinks I'm some sort of oddity. And I'm like, but I'm 44. Yeah. I think my friend who's 42 sitting at home on an afternoon watching Frozen, I think that's a bit odd.
I've never seen Frozen, and I've no desire to see Frozen.
Don't you want to build a snowman?
Oh God, I don't want to see it at all now. Even less.
Let it go, let it go. Can't hold it back anymore. Yeah. This is why we don't live stream, because I might sing.
Yeah. Philippa's just arrived. Have they announced who won? Well, it wasn't me.
Don't know if people can actually see me in the tiny corner of the screen, but I'm doing my victory dance.
Can you tell us a story, Carla? Tell us the story of your buyer who phoned you, but can you tell us without swearing too much?
Possibly not. I can tell you the story, but I can't guarantee that I won't swear. Friday night, I am out for my daughter's birthday meal, and a buyer sends me off. Now, I have a pair of shoes and a Filofax listed. The pair of shoes is listed at $44.99. I've shrunk you. Where have you gone? Sorry, I've shrunk my window and I can't find Caroline now. There we go. Pair of shoes were listed at $45.99. The Filofax was listed at $14.99. She sent me a best offer on both items. £37 for the shoes, £14 for the Filofax, total of £51. Very happy with that. You know, I paid a total of £6 for the 2 items, so I'm quite happy with the offer she sent in. She paid immediately. I combined the shipping. She paid immediately. Everybody's happy. We're all happy. Saturday morning, bearing in mind Saturday morning, I was as stressed as a very stressed thing, because I had house guests arriving. I was having a party that night. I was trying to shop. I had a barbecue planned. It was pissing down with rain. I was the most stressed thing you've ever seen in your life Saturday morning, and the phone rings. And a voice says, "Hello, it's me." And I was like, "Sorry? Hello, you?" Because I don't recognise the number. "Oh, my name's Vera, and I bought something from you on eBay." And I was like, at first I thought she was complaining, you know, that she was a disgruntled buyer and it had arrived. She said, "I bought shoes and a Filofax from you." And I said, "Yes." And I'm thinking, well, I haven't posted them yet, love. You only bought them 12 hours ago. So, well, I just wanted the shoes. Are they really a 4-inch heel? So I said, well, yeah, I think I measured them before I listed them. So yeah, if it says 4-inch heel, then yeah, that's what they'll be. I'm fairly sure I did it accurately. So, well, they don't look like a 4-inch heel in the photo. So I thought, okay, well, now of course I doubted myself, because, you know, so I said, well, I'll go and find them. I'll go and find them and I'll measure them and check. So I kept on the phone. Now, bear in mind, my shoes are in 4 of these bloody cubes, and I didn't know which one they were in. So I'm pulling all the cubes out and I'm throwing shoes willy-nilly around the room. And she's still on the end of the phone. I'm huffing and puffing. And I find the shoes and I measure the shoes and I say to her, yeah, they're definitely a 4-inch heel. I listed them correctly. So she said, oh, well, I've got a degenerative bone disease, so I won't be able to have those, because I won't be able to stand up in those. I won't be able to walk in those. And I was like, oh, right, okay, well, I haven't posted them yet. She said, oh, so I need to not have those. And also, I've been looking at the Filofax, and I think it'll be too big for me because I won't be able to hold it. And I'm thinking, it's just an ordinary Filofax. It's not, you know, it's not enormous. I won't be able to hold that. So, well, I tell you what I'll do. She said, you've got another Filofax listed, so I'll have that one instead. And instead, I won't have the shoes, and I won't have the first file of facts. I'll have the other file of facts instead. And you can take the money out of that for the money I've paid you for that, and then just send me a check for the rest. I'm just on the end of the phone like, what's going on? So then I have to talk her through how I can't do that. If you don't want the items, then I need to cancel the sales. I can't just go, oh yeah, I'll just send you any old shit out of my cupboard. She won't want that one, I'll send her this one instead. I'll have to cancel the sales. I'll have to refund you. You'll have to purchase the item. Well, you have to do this properly. Oh, well, a check would be okay with me. I don't mind having a check. I'm sure you're honest. By now I might. Just please, this way I will send you a check, and I'll send you it from somebody else's bank account. I'll just go and find an old checkbook out this drawer or something, you know? So yeah, so now I've hurt my head now. So yeah, I had to cancel the £51 sale in favour of a lovely £25 sale instead, and refund her. And then she didn't pay.
Fantastic.
Then she purchased the file of facts, but didn't actually. She sent me an offer of £25 on it. It was on at £29.99. She sent me the £25 off, and then she didn't pay until the next day when I sent her a message saying, "Do you want this or not?" Basically, you know. And then she paid. So I just like, how does this happen?
I've no idea. I hate the ones that phone you. Normal people never phone you. It's always nutters that phone you, isn't it?
I could have understood it if she'd messaged me first and hadn't had a reply and thought, oh well, I'll ring her, you know. But Niall's saying overpay and want check back, always a scam. I would agree with you, Niall, if it wasn't for the fact that she sounded like a bit of a doddery old lady, really. You know, she didn't sound like your average scammer. And I did actually have to explain to her the whole cancellation process and what would happen and what she would have to press and so on and so forth. So
yeah, it's always nutters that ring it. And what's more, they never ring between 9 and 5 Monday to Friday, do they?
Yeah, exactly. Saturday morning when I am already stressed as buggery, you know. Lisa Fenn I got a request in the chat. I should turn super chat on because Lisa Fenn wants me to say a certain word. I should turn on super chat and tell her I will say all the words she wants for the right price.
That's weird. Sorry, that's weird.
She wants me to say a certain swear word, apparently.
Deary me. What was I going to say? Yes, I once got interrupted in the middle of a dinner party for someone wanting the inside measurement of the circumference of a hat. I don't think it was that funny. Are you putting that into the bin?
Oh no, I swallowed it.
So you're going to spit it all over your unlisted pile of stock then, Carla?
Oh no, I managed to swallow it. Sorry for some. Just as you said, wanted the inside circumference measurement, I scrolled up through the chat and read the word willy. And my head just kind of put the two together, and I just like, I don't know. I lost it somewhere.
Deary me.
Apparently it was Niall on the phone, and that was his scamming voice. That's why he sounds like a doddery old lady.
Oh, okay. Fair enough. Yes.
The new collector says, how does she get your number? I don't put my number on my eBay. Well, I didn't realise mine was on there, but it must be because she rang me. And she's not the first one.
Listing.
Yeah. Yeah, you have to, as a business seller, you have to put your contact details on, so it must be in there, yeah.
I know some people put the wrong number on, don't they? But I've actually made a couple of sales in the past through having it on there, and it hasn't. I mean, I know Nick and Andrea had an absolute nutter recently, didn't they? Phoning them and abusing them and being... That would put you off, wouldn't it?
Yeah, I don't think I knew about that.
Yeah, they talked about it in one of their Sunday night live streams a while ago. But
I might have missed that one.
Yeah, so I think they've taken it off now. But yeah, I don't mind having. I don't like it. I tend not to answer numbers I don't recognise out of business hours at all now. Just because I don't want to talk to anybody, really. They can phone me between 9 and 5 Monday to Friday if they want a proper answer. But yeah, I've lost my thread completely of what I was saying because I'm busy fiddling with stuff there.
Oh dear, so my nose is all tickly now from where I nearly lost my drink down it.
Right, so that's our next challenge.
Yes. Yeah, we have a challenge. We have a plan. We have to spend no more than £5 in a charity shop, and it's who can sell it first for a profit of at least four times the original price.
Yeah.
Does that sound right?
Yes. That's right.
You don't seem sure.
No, it is.
So I keep slipping off my chair. I'm keeping having to fidget myself back onto my chair.
Lisa's saying it was last night. Nick and Andrea told us about their nutter. It must have been another time because I didn't watch last night.
So they must have another nutter. Perhaps they're collecting them.
Loads of nutters.
Whole display case full of eBay lunatics.
Wouldn't be difficult.
You could do that, because you could go and you could put their shrunken heads on sticks and then display them in a case in the front room.
That would be nice, wouldn't it?
There's certainly some heads I'd have liked to shrink in my time.
I had 2 item not as described cases opened last week that should have been change of mind. And I
saw your post about them. What did you decide to do in the end?
They both have seen the error of their ways after my nice messages explaining that I was very happy to accept a return, but that they would have to pay for it themselves. But I don't doubt that one of them is going to leave me negative feedback. But very foolishly, she sells off the same account that she buys off. Always a mistake, that. Just leave that there. I'm going to Exmouth with Kirsten on Thursday, charity shopping, so perhaps I'll find an item then for our challenge.
I've never done Exmouth charity shops, I don't think. Oh, have I?
I haven't been there for
maybe I have.
years.
I think I have, but a very long time ago.
Yes.
There used to be quite a nice charity shop on one side of the square. You know, the grassy square near the beach.
I haven't been to Exmouth for about 10 years, I don't think so.
Well, there used to be quite a nice charity shop on one corner of there, but I don't. My screen is very much flashing on and off. I don't know what's wrong with that.
Weird. Fine to me.
Very well. So that's Thursday. What else does the week have in store for you? For
me, nothing really. That's exciting, isn't it?
Rock and roll.
What about you?
Rock and roll, baby. I've got my relatives are staying an extra night because they've got car trouble. So that'll be another night where I don't do any work whatsoever. I've got a feeling that something's happening tomorrow which I've forgotten about, so that's a bit worrying. Just that Tuesday rings a bell and I don't know why.
Oh.
Yeah. And I don't know, I just got this feeling there's lots of things that I've forgotten.
Oh dear, that's never good.
I did get did I tell you about my new app for my phone?
No.
I'm not sure where I've put my phone. Hang on a second. I had it when I came upstairs. Oh, there's my handbag. Excuse my bum. Here comes my bum back in. So, this might not be news to anyone except me. Everybody else in the world might already be on the ball. It is called the Google Keep app.
Oh, I like that. List.
Got it already. Just in case anyone in the chat hasn't, the icon looks like that. There we go. It's a little light bulb, a little yellow light bulb in a square. And it's fabulous. You can put all your stuff into lists and basically dump your brain out onto your phone. So I've got a list of things I ought to be doing to the house, a list of things I need to do for eBay, a list of things I need to do for YouTube, upcoming commitments, and suddenly my brain feels able to cope more with things. Because I was getting a bit overloaded. I was getting a bit frazzled. I didn't know whether I was coming or going. I had so many things. I think what with Natalie's party to plan for, and I was decorating the house, and you think, oh, I must get a doorknob, and I must get this, and I must remember to get some more paint, and I must take that wallpaper sample in and get it matched, and I must do this. And it was just getting to the point where my brain felt a little bit like a snow globe.
Yeah.
So many things just spinning around, and I couldn't grab any of them. I tell you what it felt, the bit at the end of the crystal maze when they all go into the stupid dome and go like that and try and grab things. That's what it felt like. And they never have a system, stupid people.
No, they don't, do they?
No.
And the new series, they're all absolutely hopeless. Have you been watching it?
Oh no, I didn't know there was a new series.
Yes.
Ka-ching.
What you sold?
I've sold a Young Ones box set.
Oh, I like the Young Ones.
The Young Ones. Yeah, so there we go. I've got a sale on here. That's always nice.
You know, you can sync it with your computer as well.
Can I?
Yes, so you can do the on the computer as well.
May have to get you to talk me through that. Caroline had to talk me through how to get us on air. It was ridiculous. I'm not good at stuff.
It's fine. You did it all yourself this afternoon. I need to show you once.
So I'm just trying to catch up on the chat.
I was going to tell. Oh yes, something else is happening this week. My son's got his driving test.
Oh.
It's quite funny because he said last night, he said at dinner time, "Oh, I'm going to see my friend on Wednesday." I said, "Oh, do you need a lift over there?" And he said, "Well, I might not, might I?" And I thought, "Oh my God, how have I got a son who's old enough to drive? How has this happened?" And he said, "Are you going to make me have those P plates? You know, when they pass their test and they get the P plates?" I said, "Yeah, absolutely."
I love driving behind P drivers.
Oh God, honestly, unleashing him on the world. I don't know if I want to, obviously I want him to pass, but a little bit of me doesn't really want him to pass as well.
Well, it's one more thing for you to worry about, isn't it? It's one more thing, you know, at least at first. Not after a while, I'm sure you'll feel more confident.
To it, but
I think you said he drove you somewhere last week.
Yeah, he did.
And how was it?
Terrifying.
as in his driving was terrible, or you were just terrified anyway?
I'm not brilliant at being no, actually that's not true. I'm not a bad passenger. I'm not anywhere near as bad as Ashley as a passenger, but yeah, I just felt like he wasn't he's so busy. Oh, you know what it's like, it's so many things to do at once, isn't it? It's like you're busy changing gear and making sure you don't stall and all that stuff, and you're not actually noticing that all the traffic's stopping in front of you, type of thing. It's just experience.
There's a period of time with driving when you're so focused on operating the vehicle that you're not focused on driving the journey. And I think there comes a time when you've been driving a while where you don't even remember operating the vehicle. I don't remember changing gear. You know, the operation of the vehicle becomes the second nature part, and you focus more on the road. And yeah, I mean, how long ago was it that he drove you anywhere?
Oh, a couple of weeks.
So I suppose he could have come on even in that amount of time. He could have.
He's had a lot of lessons since then. He's been having, last week I think he had a lesson every day, and he's on a lesson at the moment. He's got another one after school tomorrow, and then his test on Wednesday. So hopefully, yeah, cost me a bloody fortune. So I do hope he passes.
Natalie's on about having lessons after Christmas when obviously she's working now and whatever. So she's now got a job with actual contracted hours rather than one of these stupid 0 hours contracts. So now she's hoping that she'll be able to get her finances on an even keel and then be able to afford to drive lessons and whatever. So
it's so expensive, isn't it?
I would love her to be able to drive because she doesn't like to walk and she doesn't like to get the bus, and she's very, very, very clever about getting a lift. So she'll say things like, "Are you going to the parcel shop? Perhaps I could get a lift to work on the way." And I say to her, "The parcel shop is halfway to your work." Yeah, but if you're going to be out and about anyway, you know.
Yeah, but now her new job is near 3 charity shops, isn't it?
Yes, yeah. There's one either side and one across the road, and she's making good use of that as well. She's like, "You could come and do the charity shops because I've got to be at work at 12, you know."
Thank you to everybody who said good luck to William. That's really kind. I'll pass it on to him.
And Daisy said, "Well done to Natalie." I presume that's on getting a job with a contract. So thank you for that. Yeah.
Yeah, that's good, isn't it? Bit more security.
Yeah, just absolutely. I loathe these 0 hours contracts. It's not fair. It's not fair for people to not know whether they might earn any money next week or not. You know, if you wanted to live like that, you'd be self-employed, wouldn't you?
So very true. Yeah. So eBay's been good for you as well, hasn't it? The last week or so.
I had a cracking weekend. I did 20 parcels this morning. I forgot to film it because I was up at 6 doing parcels, and I was so busy trying to do it quietly because we've got house guests. And how loud is a tape gun at 6 a.m?
Yeah, very.
It's like it's got an amplifier fitted. So I was trying to do it quietly, and after I sort of parceled them all up, and I thought, oh bugger, I didn't film that for my going out my sales going out video, so they won't be on there. But yeah, I had a really good weekend, and I've had a cracking week all in. So I've got a couple of returns on their way back.
Yeah, that's the downside of good sales, isn't it? It's always return.
Yeah, I've got a dress that the lady says is far too big, and a pair of shoes that the other lady says is far too small. So
yeah, well. Peter Ray, I think you're being a little bit cheeky there, are you? Did you both put your hands out the window when you started driving to signal left or right? No.
Peter Ray, we didn't need to. There was a little man walking in front of the car with a flag, and he did it for us. I only passed my test 2005, so 12 years.
Did you?
Just never had any money. I kept running out of money. I got my provisional at the age of 17. I started having a few lessons, then I had a child. Suddenly there was no money left. The child got to the point where he went to school. I was able to go back to full-time work. I started having lessons. A couple of things happened. Maybe I stopped having lessons for whatever reasons. Started again, stopped again, started again. Had another child. There was no money again. The cycle continued. It wasn't until I joined Ann Summers in 2004 that I had enough income coming in, and it was reliable enough to be able to actually crack on and do it. And also I think it was an incentive, because it's very difficult to be a successful Ann Summers with no car. Very difficult indeed. Not impossible, but very difficult.
How long did you stay at Ann Summers?
10 years.
I bet they never sold willies like the one you got at the car boot.
They used to sell inflatable ones. I never saw a rainbow striped one. They used to sell massive 6-foot inflatable ones that people would buy for hen nights and things.
Fantastic.
Having a big blow up willy.
Just what everybody's always needed.
I bet you've got one.
No, but my niece has got an inflatable unicorn, and I want a life-size inflatable unicorn. And I actually
no. I take issue with this.
Well, obviously
unicorns are an imaginary creature. They're not real. So how do you know it's life-size?
It's sort of Shetland pony size.
I don't think if unicorns were real, they'd be Shetland pony size. I think they'd be either really, really tiny, like a mouse, which would be hilarious, or massive, like a centaur.
Yeah, it's not as big as a centaur. It was sort of large Shetland pony size. Anyway, I wanted one, but yeah, I'm 49. I don't need a bloody inflatable unicorn, do I? Ashley told me where to get off.
Dr. Doodle Doo says, can you take Ann Summers stock on the bus? Yes, you bloody well can. You put it in a suitcase and off you go.
Imagine if it came open, like one of those comedy moments, and all your stock rolled down the bus.
Yeah, Lisa Fenn's unable to drive due to medical reasons, and Lainey Ray doesn't drive either. It's
how much?
I don't know. It
Kerry says
changed my life. Makes life so much easier.
20 quid an hour, Kerry. Horrific, isn't it?
It was £20 an hour when I learned, and that was 12 years ago.
It's 25 now, but if you book a block in advance, you get it for 20.
Ah, right, yeah.
William's driving instructor looks like a page 3 model as well, which I think must be very distracting.
I think we may have got to the bottom of why William's had so many lessons.
Yeah, yeah, he's fine at driving. He just wants to do more lessons.
William actually passed his test ages ago.
I tell you what, if there was ever someone who suited their name, you know how people can suit their name? It's her. She's called Anushka.
Oh, that's a very glamorous name, isn't
Doesn't that just put
you visualise a very
dramatic blonde.
I've got all red. I don't know what's going on here, but I've gone all flushed. It must be excitement.
Allergic reaction.
Allergic reaction to the big fluffy willy.
Lady says, how can I not like Disney but want an inflatable unicorn, Caroline? Is there unicorns in Disney? Perhaps I'll change my mind.
If there isn't, I'm sure there will be soon. If they haven't yet made a Disney unicorn film, it's got to be in the pipeline, because unicorns are very popular now.
My son says, what's her number? I don't know what her number is. My husband organised it. Obviously, I'd have got a sensible male middle-aged driving instructor. But Ashley chose her. Say no more.
I had a sensible middle-aged driving instructor, and he had breath that could strip paint.
Lovely. Sounds delicious.
I only had about 4 lessons with him, and it was the breath that stopped it, because he was a perfectly adequate instructor, but to be trapped in the car with him was unbearable. And I spent most of my time hands on the wheel, face out of the passenger window, out of the window to try and, you know, which is not the approved driving position. Not like this. It's not. Oh, awful! It was so bad. I expected the windscreen to melt every time he breathed out.
You'd think somebody would tell him, wouldn't you?
I nearly did. I used to have a chewing gum at the beginning of the lesson. I used to take a chewing gum out of my handbag and offer him one and pray that he would take one, and he never bloody did. So here is the moral of the story, viewers. If someone is continually offering you a chewing gum, there might be a reason why.
Andrea's driving instructor smelled like fish. God, I think that's worse.
Oh, from which end, Andrea?
Oh dear.
I lowered the tone again.
Theirs was deaf. That was useful.
I mean, presumably able to speak clearly and instruct you clearly, Claire. Not the kind of deaf where they also have restricted speech.
Peter had a private driving instructor who I knew for years, so got a big discount. That's good. But what's the difference between a private driving instructor and a public one? Is there one? I thought they're all.
I presume he means rather than one of the big firms.
Oh, okay. Oh, right.
Like an independent, yeah.
Yeah.
Lady Ray says it's a flying horse. Yeah, that would be Pegasus, wouldn't it? She can't think of a unicorn in Disney films. She's saying. And then there's bound to be a unicorn film coming out. There's bound to be.
Got to be, hasn't there?
Dr. Doodle-Doo says, my driving instructor used to put his leg next to the gear stick, so his female students were always brushing his leg. Yuck. Yeah.
Anyway, are we done? I need to go to
I think so.
I'd love to stop.
I've got to go and produce a dinner that I didn't expect to have to cook for people who I didn't expect to be cooking for. So. Well,
they won't be having cauliflower.
They will not, because I can't bloody find one. There is not a cauliflower to be found anywhere in my area. I don't know where I'm going with that. That sounds awful.
This is what we were talking about before we went live. Cauliflower. That's how I knew that.
Yes. Yes, I've been to 4 or 5 different shops in search of a cauliflower to make cauliflower cheese for part of tonight's dinner, and I can't track one down. There's some kind of national shortage.
I could send you some if you could wait till tomorrow.
Do you know? If that means my guests have to stay another night, I think we'll just not have cauliflower.
Yeah. Frozen peas, Carla. Frozen peas.
Frozen peas.
Forward.
Not quite the same, is it? If I make a cauliflower cheese with frozen peas instead of cauliflower, do you think they'll notice?
Yeah. But
nobody ever has pea cheese for their dinner, do they?
Maybe just hold the cheese sauce.
Right. Thank you for tuning in, everybody.
We will be back maybe Sunday night to show you what we're going to do for the challenge.
Yes, that would probably work for me, yeah.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I've got
and I might be live later with a car boot haul, or it might be tomorrow.
Okay.
It could have been yesterday and wasn't, and it might not be today either. But
thank you for watching, everybody. 59 people, 60 now.
Yeah, it's been lovely talking to you all. I'm sorry if we've been far too rude. I'm sorry if we've been far too silly. And I'm sorry for nearly snotting Pepsi Max out of my nose. But that was Caroline's fault.
Sorry. And yes, sorry, we were very off topic, but we never promised it would all be about reselling.
It would have been a very short stream if we'd just done the results of the challenge. It would have been, good afternoon. Thank you for tuning in. I beat her. Goodbye.
All right, we don't have to go there again. I've said well done.
I think we do. I think we have to go there over and over and over again.
I'm not being a good loser anymore, you cow.
On that note, everybody have a lovely, lovely evening.
Bye.
Bye. Where's the off?